Just introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm Anna from Team OG.
Jirax. Hello.
Oh!
Oh!
Hello, I'm Topson.
Hi.
I'm Sid.
Ever.
No tell.
No tell.
Hey guys, Notel here. Big Daddy.
We knew that last year, OG coming from the open qualifiers, it must be a very memorable experience. Can you talk to us about the past year that happened in your life? What happened? What's going on?
Well, we kind of hit rock bottom together in OG as a team before last year's TI, and we're kind of scrambling to find a roster we were happy to go into TI with, to prove the world what kind of Dota we could play, get people's ideas in, have people be enabled, and to actually be able to express themselves to the fullest. So it's been a very long road, and there's only one word I could use, and it's been magical.
So you've been playing a lot of Chinese teams throughout the group stage and on the main stage. I just want to ask you right now, which Chinese team you are most impressed with, or which Chinese player you are most impressed with?
I mean, I think they've all shown up really strong this tournament. They probably didn't expect, get the result they were going for, but either way, I have to go with LGD. I think I don't want to rate, I think everybody has different play styles, so it's hard to rate them head to head. But I think overall LGD is a team that we respect immensely, and we're very, how to put it, we don't let our guard down against LGD, because we know that they can easily beat us if they're on a good day and we're on the worst day. As for a player in particular, I kind of look up to Yang when it comes to offlane. He plays the same role as me. I think he's a very good offlaner, very inspiring, so yeah.
So bonus question for Seb. We noticed when you guys making the entrance, everyone is chanting Seb. We noticed OG used a lot of chat whales during their game as well, probably over 1,000. So which couple lines is your favorite chat whale from the chat whale?
Yes.
给力，兄弟！
Right, so Topson, you've been playing professional for only more than 1 year, let's say. And this year, everyone calling you the sharpest sword. Everyone's thinking you are the reason why OG can play so good. Can you tell us how do you manage to do all this?
I don't know. I just play Dota. They're the most enabling people I have ever played Dota with, so it's really easy to play with them. So.
I just want to ask Seb or Notel, or maybe Sox, who found out Topson is, who developed Topson, who recruited him to the team, and how did you guys make him join the team as a group?
So yeah, when we were in our tough spot before TI8, we were looking around at some players, and Topson was one of the standout ones. There weren't that many players available, first of all. TI was coming up, and yeah, Sebastian was somebody who was practicing a lot of mid. Jesse was the one to suggest Topson first, and it became our favorite choice.
All right, many people think compared to last year or the several years before, position 3 actually matters more in this meta. But you still managed to pull out some really key performance in some key games in your game. So do you believe what people saying is true right now, or do you think you can still shine as a position 4?
I think the biggest change back then was where they made the mid lane really hard, and I think roaming was kind of dead. But I think overall, throughout the time, I think the role has changed a lot, and then you have to prioritize different things that what your team needs. And I think it's more team-oriented now, and I don't think your individual skill doesn't shine anymore as much. So I think what's my strength there is try to listen to my team and try to help them at what they need.
Alright, so this question is for everyone who want to answer it. So you guys been having a couple months off at the beginning of the season. You didn't play some majors, and then you come back. Is that all planned ahead?
I mean, originally when we came back, I don't think we did so well. But then throughout the rocky roads, I think we found something that we can play something for again. And I think the tournaments bring the hunger in all of us. And I think that has been pushing us forward, that people are really hungry and they don't really care that we won last TI. They really look forward.
When you guys winning major, you were using AUK already, but that time you guys were using AUK with support IO and Tiny. Do you feel this is all kind of a loop right now? Is that like sense of destiny, something like that?
Very much sense of destiny. It's a very weird thing to be playing with Jesse, one of the best, if not the best IO support I've ever seen. Being a huge IO lover myself, and now having Anna ask for IO, it is so bizarre, but I love it. I love it.
Anna. So you were playing mid, and then you turn your role to position 1, and during a short period of time, many people, many fans, many players regard you as the best position 1 player. The farm you can get, the speed you farm, and the timing you pick to join the fight is really great. And can you tell us why you're so good? And yeah.
Why am I so good? You mean? I mean, what is it? I mean, I don't really know why. I just play like.
And also, there's fans right now calling you the god of Dota. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I guess we could rephrase that to our team is really good and we're all gods. Yeah, I don't know.
我觉得你可以把我们当成一个团队的事情吧，所以我们都是神。
No.
So, you watched all the guys play. Who do you pick for the MVP? Who's your pick?
This tournament? I won't choose.
Topson.
I didn't do anything.
什么都没说。
Okay, I guess we're doing this. I want to stand up for this one.
We open it?
现场所有的观众朋友呢，也可以把你们的手机举起来，捕捉这一个难得的画面哦。
Oh, we have to do it together.
Oh fuck! I don't remember, man.
No. You have to
Wait, wait. Bro. Pop up. I don't want to waste mine.
Oh, can you check?
Let's get some.
That was really lame.
Oh.
也通过这个小小的庆典呢，传达我们对他们的祝贺。
好，那让我们大家一起举杯共庆 OG 战队赢得了我们 TI9 的冠军。
Cheers!
First off, guys, thank you so much for making the trip away from the arena to come out to here to join us for our little bit of English. You guys have amazing support here.
You've got some fans in tonight, that's for sure.
Just land.
Yeah.
First, guys, we got to thank you so much for giving us such entertaining Dota throughout this whole tournament. It's been insane. Thank you so much. The Dota's been incredible. Thank you. It's been crazy.
Something to share, like all of us. Something like to share between all of us. I mean, just the fact, like, just seeing people being happy around, like celebrating. Yeah, I mean, it's the reason why we play this game in the first place. It's about sharing, and yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah.
You guys seem to come into this TI with no fear and no nerves, and the kind of Dota you played was unstoppable, especially in that final. In some of those games, you rolled over Liquid, and they're a good team. But how did you play without fear like that?
Just put yourself in my shoes. Like, I got no tail to carry me. If he's not on his D-Day, I got Topson to carry me. And if he's not on his D-Day, I got Anna to carry me. And if he's not on his D-Day, I got Jerks. What can go wrong? And I've been trying. I've actually been trying to do some of these games, and it just doesn't work.
So last year, I know for a lot of you guys, you were saying that it took a while before it sunk in, except for you. You were telling everyone, this is real. This is happening right now. How was it this time? Did you do the same thing? Or did they already know it was real this time?
I think this year was the other way around for me. Like,
Yeah?
I didn't believe it, and it still hasn't sunk in for me yet. So it's pretty insane. Yeah, it's freaking insane.
It is, man.
Were you worried at any moment in the finals? Because the first game, well, we were saying that you guys basically won 4-0 because the first game was pretty much over and then it didn't happen. But were you, at that point, did you think, or were you just like, oh, well, carry on, we'll ignore that and we'll just get on with it?
I mean, I wasn't worried at all. I knew we kind of won the first game, and I had my teammates to bring me back up, so I wasn't worried at all.
Good. Do you think that's something you would have been worried about a few years ago, and now
Yeah,
you've
probably.
matured as a player, and maybe, I'm not going to say as a person, but you're certainly ready to deal with that kind of thing and just go, we can get back in there and...
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Awesome. You had something to say?
Yeah.
What's unbelievable with this team, it's like, you know, when we lose the first game, if anything, it makes us stronger. But when we win the first game, I mean, the other team is done, you know, so mental fortitude, you know, those guys, like those 5 guys, you can't break them. You can't break them.
Wow. I wanted to ask you, Sochka, sorry
Yes,
if I get that name right, because they obviously win a championship, and then you come on board with the team. What is that like? Do you think there's pressure? Because this is already a championship-winning team. Are you coming into like a lot of pressure, and how do you just kind of push through that and then somehow make them go further?
Well, imagine for me, like it was, I could only get them done, you know, like it could be only worse. I mean, obviously now it's not because we won it again, but yeah, it was really a huge pressure for me, like, yeah. So I'm super happy, like it's unbelievable. What they did again, it's unbelievable. Those 5 guys, best team in the history.
Awesome. I'm going to hold this just to make sure that we're okay here. Okay. What else can we ask these guys?
So, I wanted to ask.
I mean, we're kind of overwhelmed ourselves. I mean, you know, we just.
And I'm not trying to give you the how does it feel kind of a thing, because I'm sure it's insane and everything like that.
I want to keep it genuine.
Absolutely. So I had a fun one, I guess. If one chat wheel line had to come back again next year, you guys could spam, which one do you hope returns that you can kind of put back into your arsenal for, of course, your mental warfare? What's your best ammunition that needs to be there next year?
The best ammunition? That's a good ask, actually. What
I mean, a Seb might have to return.
Yeah,
it kind of has to happen now.
It's pretty nice, but we can't spam it enough to our taste. It's the weakest one. As you know, I mean, we can only use it once every 7 minutes or something. It's not good enough.
Okay.
What would it be if we had to choose one? It had to be one.
I mean, for me or for all of us?
Just all of us. What do you think?
The Kookaburra. Is it a...
Lakat, maybe?
Yeah.
Lakat. That's a classic.
Just back to the basics, you know, like we just remember where we come from. And it's Lakat Matatak, you know.
I mean, a lot of people like to, just leading back to that, a lot of people like to say that you guys do win the mental warfare. Do you think that that's more for you guys just to have fun, or do you actually play that as a tactic to your opponents, even if they're muting it? I mean, it looks like you guys are going beyond that. You're working with the sprays and the tips and everything like that. Is that a legit strategy for you guys, or are you just doing it to keep yourselves kind of chill?
I'm not exactly sure about how the saying goes in English. I think it's 1 stone, 2 birds or something. I mean, in French, we have this saying where it's like, it's going to be 2 hits with the same stone. And I mean, of course, it helps us a lot. It's mostly about us. It's we have this energy. We have there's a lot of, just raw energy that's, you know, traveling between us. And we keep it going with the chat wheel. And we also know that it gets to our opponents. We can see it. I mean, at this level of Dota, I could guess how they're feeling, what's going through their heads, through how they're playing, right? It's the same with all of us, and it's the same for them. You know, at this level, like, it's not only about just play, it's about emotions, and the emotions are very well connected to the game. So we can see when it gets to them. And obviously, it's something that we use against them sometimes, and some teams, it just doesn't work. It's both, but it's mostly about us.
You all right, Anna? You just tired?
Yeah, a little tipsy.
This is going to be like an insane...
That's champagne?
Yeah, I'm an empty stomach, man.
Oh.
What do you think would be the best meal? Like, what's a champion's meal right now? If you wish there was like a plate of something right in front of you. Could be anything. McDonald's, Chipotle, a giant turkey feast.
Oh, man.
What would be a champion's meal?
What would
And
yours
maybe
be?
someone out there might hear you.
Mine would be like just good Lebanese food.
Good Japanese food?
Lebanese
food.
All right.
Quite different.
Good Lebanese food.
Some Chinese food.
Chinese food?
I don't know.
Right. I mean, that should be not too hard to
I
get
mean,
for you.
I mean, we can make it happen.
Have you guys enjoyed Shanghai as a place to have a TI? Have you thought it was good?
I mean, for me personally, yeah, because I have like some friends that came, and it was a lot easier for them to come here. So that's why I liked having TI here. It was closer. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
I know you probably have a lot of fans from when you started your pro gaming stuff out here, but do you have any like haters out here at any point that you feel like it feels better to come back out here and kind of prove them wrong?
If I had any haters, like...
I'm just saying for a lot of people, you know, when they're playing the game, I'm sure you have an immense amount of fans, but maybe you've had a couple of people who weren't as confident in you being able to succeed and go as far. Is there any part of you that's able to come back, you know, on the home turf and kind of lay it down? Or are you just like a humble guy and you're like, you know, I just let my game play for it?
I don't really care, so...
All right. I mean, it's working for you,
yeah,
man.
no, I mean, I just play with my teammates, and, you know, I trust them with everything they say, so I just listen to them, no one else. I mean, yeah.
I got a question for you, Seb. And I don't know if you could extend this to the whole team. I don't know how much you've had time to speak to them about this. Which championship has meant more, the first one or this one?
I mean, the first one will forever be in our hearts, obviously. I don't want to like put one above the other, but I think in terms of what we overcome together, this one was incredibly harder than the last one. And I hope they also realize it, like my teammates. What we have achieved here, it's not only we won TI as favorites, we might not have been favorites throughout the year, and that's for the community, and obviously it's understandable. But I can assure you that the second after our first game in this tournament, all the teams were looking at us. Yet we won the tournament. And that's something, I mean, it's been a while, you know, Dota, like it's been 10 years for me, or maybe even more. No one has ever come close to do it. Like, you're not even the beginning of it. And today we've done it. And I'm incredibly proud of my teammates and of us as an entity. Yeah.
Amazing. Good answers.
The three-peat. Can it happen?
Yeah, do you think you can do it a third time?
You know it's going to be in Stockholm next year? Sounds hype.
I remember speaking to you guys last year, and we asked a question straight away. Are you guys going to go for it again? Do you think you can win it a second time? And your answer was sort of like, well, why not? But now you've won it once against all odds, in all honesty. This time you were the favorites, and like you said, even though everyone was gunning for you, you still won. What could possibly stop you winning it a third time?
Whether we want to go for it or not, I think at this point, of course we can do it. We could do it. Whether we want to go for it or not, I think that's it.
Whether you're still hungry for it a third time.
We can. I mean, this year we've built that hunger, so we can build it again. I do think that I look at great champions in sports, not to compare us obviously, but just generally, I think the step that you have to take from the first one to the second one is the hardest. I don't see a reason why the second to the third would be even harder. Even maybe the competition gets tougher, but it was the case this year. No, I think we did the big step. We did the big step. It's the way I look at it.
Awesome. Well, guys, it's honestly overwhelming because it feels to me like barely any time has passed since I was seeing you guys in Vancouver on the stage, helping Anna open a bottle of champagne. Everybody was just kind of overwhelmed, and you guys look very different this year to last year. This year you seem composed. You've had a little bit of time, but last year you were all just rubbing your heads and sort of, woof, like you just couldn't believe it. Does it feel like you've accepted it quicker and more easily this year? Like, yes, we won, we deserved it, we know why we won, and we put the work in. Has it felt like more like you can handle it, you can deal with it, that you won?
I'll rephrase this to Anna. I actually want your opinion on that. Would it be fair to say that we were in control this year? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I have the same feeling. Last year it was bigger than us, kinda. It kinda hit us. This year we were in control from A to Z.
Awesome.
Well, guys, that's it for you guys. We're going to shuffle you out with your other teammates. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks again for being able to make the trip out here just to speak with us and connect with the English audience out there, okay?
Thank you, guys.
Three-peat champions.
can step off and we'll get your other teammates on.